Okay. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I want to tell you, what does the AI in Memphis, the FBI in Memphis, the statements that are being made in Memphis about the crime and the ICE and the Democratic Party. We're going to get into that. You know, my mama used to always say, you know what, and a whole bunch of people used to tell me when I was in Memphis, you know, that everybody want to be black till it's time to be black. You know, and you got to wonder, Memphis is becoming a spotlight now to the Trump administration. Oh, you got Brett Thomas, he picking on Steve Murrow. Now, Amy wasn't doing no good. Amy was a Republican, but Amy wasn't doing no good. But Steve is doing the guidelines under the guidelines of the state legislature, which Brent could change if he really wanted to. But now he going after Steve. He blaming Steve for everything. He blamed Steve for the Trey Nichols verdict, which, hey, them folk came from here. They came from Nashville. Chattanooga. So then he says, okay, Samantha, you know, how you gonna do this? How it all makes sense? And I'm gonna tell you. See, AI, you know, this why I don't get. You know Elon Musk is a racist. You know he's racist. You know he's working with a racist. But he went to Memphis. He picked out out of all the cities in Tennessee. He could have went to Bartlett. He could have went to Germantown. All that rural area. They got more like Ingram Micro. It's a building behind there that's been vacant for God knows. He picked the Electrolux building. $800,000. Turned into a mass data system. Yes. And see, Paul, your mayor, city, he, instead of him thinking about the long-term effects, he was thinking about cash and dollars and cents. That's all it is. I mean, just like Trump, he promised them that he gonna build jobs. And you can't name not one person that got a job in Memphis so that works in that plant. Most of them works in the surrounding areas and they come there. But okay. So then he said, I'm gonna use 13 combustible things, and it come out as 30. Now don't be surprised now when all y'all start getting some rare forms of cancer, untreatable cancer, aggressive cancer. Some is in the water. It's making it nasty. You know what? Because Memphis has an artesian well up under there. We got some of the best water in the country. But see, this is what happened. He polluting the water. He polluting because he ain't got it ain't no EPA or nothing like that that's going on. He polluting the water. He polluting the air. Some of y'all gonna get cancer. They cutting out insurance. They cutting out everything medical and all of that. So some of y'all gonna die. But don't worry about that. See, you worry about the wrong thing. So anyway, so how they get y'all in control? Well, they turn around and they get Cash Patel involved, the FBI director. And he says, you know what? Memphis is one of the largest cities that got all this crime. They out of control. They doing all this. They pow, pow, pew, pew, pew all over the place. He's setting it up to get federal military to come on down there and control you. Because after all, like I said, Memphis is Shelby County is one of the largest predominant black counties in Tennessee. So he got all that set up. Paul come out and said, no, that ain't true. That ain't true. He said, well, you know what? I'm going to come back again. He says, Memphis and Shelby County, Memphis, has the largest sanctuary for people who are undocumented. Now that's giving ICE the authority to come and just start doing what they've been doing in other cities. Yeah. Just tear it up. That's breaking y'all down. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all just gonna post stuff and y'all leaders gonna fight and all of that. No, ain't nobody putting nothing in court. Ain't nobody challenging them. Ain't nobody taking it to the Supreme Court. Your Attorney General not doing anything. Ain't nobody doing nothing, cause why? It's Memphis, black folks. Don't let them get canceled. Then you got the reorganization of the Democratic Party to make it all white. That's a good one now. That's a good one now. Because why would she pick this year to reorganize? Going along with Project 2025. And then you got to realize something. How's she going to reorganize something when her shit here is just as jacked up? It's just as jacked up. That's just like you asking somebody who don't take a bath to come over and fix you dinner. But see, Memphis is still fighting. Not in the bad place it was, but it's still fighting. See, I'm just gonna keep it real. See, black folks down here don't fight. They don't fight. Now and to them, I am the problem, because you know what? I it's two things I don't have to deal with, and that is shit stains in your drawers and shit being told to me. So now Memphis is under attack, and y'all gonna be the prototype of what's getting ready to happen in other cities. But see, they gotta break y'all first. They gotta break y'all first. And how they doing it, like I said, Brent ain't telling you all about legislative he could do to change Memphis and commit the crime down. No, he's picking at Steve, because Steve is a Democrat. You got to get him out of office. Then they're going to report a Republican in there. And then how they going to do it is this how they going to do it. They going to start putting all these little things that these police officers, because Steve is the one that present a case to that goes set it up for trial. That's what Steve does. So what's going to happen is Republican going to get in there. Yeah, a MAGA. I ain't going to say Republican. A MAGA going to get in there. And then when you get a situation with them Trey Nichols, they ain't even going to prosecute because they're going to call it justified. So you be careful how you do things. You be careful how you vote. You be careful, because see, the midterm elections is coming up. And see, now, they gotta get everything in place. See, they running the train while we sitting here saying, kumbaya. Them Republicans are saying, hey, you know what? We got to do this. We got to do that. And don't think for a minute. I promise you, when I see folks going left field with the left field, you got a lot of Democrats in the southern states that are Republicans, but they've been infiltrated into the party that hurt us. How you do that? Case in point, I keep saying, how can somebody sit here and talk about race and equality and all of that, and half of the black folks here don't even vote? Half of the black folks here don't even vote. They don't even trust this party, but yet she's over the Tennessee party. Then when I started speaking up, I got kicked out under the code of conduct. What code? What conduct? She still can't tell me that. She still ain't told me what code of conduct. Not that I don't. I mean, if you're gonna hurt me, if you're gonna do something to hurt me, tell me what code so I can read it. But see that's the mind of our new leader, our new Führer in the Democratic Party. So yeah. Do I think she's working with it? Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. I learned people will sell you out, and I don't care. You sit here and say, oh, she true blue Democrat. But when somebody goes to somebody and say, hey, I'll give you $50,000 if you could do this, I'm going to tell you something. Money has brought out more evil than anything else. Look at what happened. If I'm lying, look what happened. Half of y'all still waiting on that damn money, stimulus money from all that money he saved. Man, that man ain't giving you. If he give you a dime of any of that money, it won't be why he's alive. But anyway, so how you fix this? Well, he ain't done damage to his supporters, the Hispanics, the Asians, all the minorities that voted for him, that I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump, that did all of that. He ain't already tore his draws with him. He can never go and ask them. He can't even go in their community no more. That's how deep it is. So how do he win the midterm election without, this is a thumb, how do you win a midterm election when you tore your draws with the other people? Black folks. They gullible. We got a whole bunch of y'all gullible. He said, I'm going to let out a few rappers. I can understand if he was letting out somebody that was falsely accused. He was letting out somebody that you know what, that sustained injustice. Then you can say, yeah, well, I might think about it. This fool here gaslighting. He letting out his own kind. Both of them, the rapper and that gang leader, were criminals. But because he's setting it up because he freed some Negroes, y'all gonna vote. Oh, he ain't finished with us. See, he gonna make us the priority because he can't rely on nobody else. He gotta pick up black votes where he lost all them thousands to what he's doing. So how is he doing it? Well, he cut out your education. He just cut out the Job Corps. He's cutting out there, and he's gonna come to us. Watch, he's gonna come to us and say, "Hey, you know what? If y'all vote for me, because the White House is for sale. It's got boo-boo stains all on it. It's just desecrated. If y'all vote for me, I'll see if y'all get funded." That's how he gonna get black folks. And black folks gonna be you gonna have so many gullible folks that's gonna sit here and say, oh, he gonna vote. He helping because he's still saying. You got black folks still saying it. Oh, he helped the black community. He did more than Kamala did. He did, okay. Financial aid, some of y'all children can't go to college. He cutting out job fairs so y'all can get a job course, so y'all can get a better education. He cutting out all your civil rights so that, you know what, so when police or whenever happen, he's bringing back Jim Crow on a slowly thing. And for those of you who sit around and don't say nothing, and sit around and say, oh, God got me, and sit around and do nothing, you should be ashamed of yourself, because you know why? Because now it may not affect you. It may not affect you, but it will affect your children. And if you claim you love your kids like you do, if you sit around and do nothing like these other people did, them Hispanics did, then they have that blood on their hands. They have that on their hands when they see those photos of them children being handcuffed, when their loved ones are taken away. You remember who you voted for, because you said you love. You will vote. Oh my God, I will vote for Donald Trump. And a lot of times, God will allow things to happen because you know what? You were so worried about yourself and trying to hurt somebody else that you got caught up in it with it.